The moment I reached out to welcome the new CEO, my entire career seemed to disappear in front of a room full of executives. The chairman looked at the flowers in my arm, the folder I carried, then at my hand waiting for a handshake. A cold smile crossed his face before he said that he did not shake hands with low-level employees. His words echoed through the boardroom while cameras captured every second. A few directors laughed, others looked away, and the incoming CEO remained silent. I quietly placed the flowers on the table, walked to an empty chair, and sat down without saying another word. My name is Nova Carter, and I was not there to decorate the room. I represented the investment firm providing the final $2.3 billion needed to complete the largest deal in the company history. Months of negotiations had led to this meeting, yet not a single person bothered to ask who I really was. They judged me by appearance instead of responsibility. I watched the presentation begin, listening as they confidently discussed financial projections built on money they believed was already guaranteed. When the chairman dismissed me again, I calmly interrupted. I explained that if he refused to acknowledge the person controlling the capital, the funding would disappear before the next business day. The room froze for only a second before nervous laughter filled the silence. They assumed I was bluffing. The chairman ordered the meeting to continue, convinced authority alone could silence me. But the chief financial officer hesitated. He reminded everyone that the investment required final approval from the authorized capital controller. Every eye slowly turned toward me. The chairman finally asked who I really was. I answered without emotion that I was the managing partner with exclusive authority to release every dollar of the investment. The confidence around the table vanished almost instantly. Directors who ignored me moments earlier suddenly studied every word I spoke. The CFO confirmed my authority, leaving no room for doubt. The chairman attempted to recover by suggesting they restart the discussion respectfully. But respect offered only after exposure meant nothing to me. Then the conduct clause came into focus. Months earlier, I had personally insisted that the agreement include a provision allowing immediate withdrawal of funding if documented behavior damaged the integrity of negotiations. Most people treated it as routine legal language. They never imagined it would become the center of the meeting. Unfortunately for them, every insult, every dismissal, and every public humiliation had been recorded by multiple cameras during a live corporate broadcast. During a short recess, I stepped into the hallway, took out my phone, and made one simple call. I instructed my legal team to activate the withdrawal immediately under the conduct provision. There was no hesitation because the evidence was undeniable. After ending the call, I returned to the boardroom as if nothing had happened. Minutes later, the CFO phone vibrated. Then another executive received the same alert. Faces turned pale as notification after notification confirmed the impossible. The entire $2.3 billion investment had been withdrawn. The chairman stood up in disbelief, insisting I could not do such a thing. I calmly reminded him that I already had. He argued that they had an agreement. I reminded him they also had a contract, and contracts have consequences. Chaos spread through the room without anyone raising their voice. Investors called non-stop. Market confidence collapsed within minutes. Directors who had laughed earlier now questioned the chairman's judgment. Since everything had happened on camera, there was no way to deny the truth. The independent board members immediately launched a governance review. Within the hour, the chairman was placed on administrative leave, the CEO transition was suspended, and emergency committees were formed to contain the damage. After the meeting, several directors asked if I would reconsider the investment under revised leadership. I thanked them, but declined. Money can rebuild balance sheets, but it cannot instantly repair a culture built on arrogance and disrespect. Later that evening, the incoming CEO sent me a message admitting he should have spoken when the chairman humiliated me. I replied with only one sentence. The moment to show character always comes before the consequences. That experience taught me the greatest lesson of my career. Real power never needs to announce itself. It quietly waits to see how people treat those they believe have no power at all. Titles can impress a room, but character determines who deserves to lead it. In the end, I did not destroy their company. Their own arrogance did. I simply refused to finance it.